analyst, Aaron Learnhardt. He's a former Yankee analyst. There are a lot of fans of the Yankees in New York and around the globe, frankly. And they had a couple guys on the roster. Volpe was struggling to hit. And so they did something totally legal. And it has been a massive home run. So they shifted some of the weight in the bat from the barrel closer to the label. So in baseball, there's a length restriction and a diameter restriction. And the Yankees didn't break either rule. Baseball tells you bat's got to be this long and this big in diameter. It doesn't tell you where you have to put the meat of the bat. You could put it all in the handle and it would look weird, but you can do that. So the Yankees, because of this, are on a frenzy. Everybody's hitting home runs. They're first in runs, home runs, RBIs, OPS. They're number one in everything. And you know what this is? It's peak Bill Belichick. He knows the rule book better than you did. He knows it better than the Ravens did or the Colts did. The Colts, by the way, were piping in sound, which is illegal in the NFL, but Belichick knew the rule book better. So all the Yankees did, and MIT analysts, smart people go there, shifted weight from the barrel. They didn't make the diameter illegal. They didn't change the length of it. They just, and I mean, slightly shifted it. Now, for the record, not every batter needs it. A couple teams tried it last year. Aaron Judge is like, yeah, I'm doing fine without it. Maybe you've noticed. Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts, Freddie Freeman. Not everybody's using it. But we've seen this in golf and tennis. We've seen innovations. And my take on sports has always been push the envelope. Let the governance, the governing body, the FCC, the SEC, or Major League Baseball, let them reel you back in.
This is hilarious because it's weird he doesn't have this feeling about the Philadelphia Eagles and the tush push. He's saying it should ban it, this and that. But this is now innovation. This is innovation. You know, they know the rules better than you. Listen, if this led to just more hits in general, then I would be for it. Having 15 home runs in 3 games, first off, isn't just like a little bit of a thing. That is like a skyrocket, okay? It's to the moon. If it led to just more hits, then I would say that's actually great. We want more teams being involved in this. But also, that means if more balls are going out, that means the balls are getting hit harder, which means, are we concerned about player safety? Right? Again, everyone's all about player safety, and yet like now we're throwing that out the window. Interesting. Weird how that works. But with the Yankees here, with all these home runs, right? It says, are Yanks torpedo bats good for Major League Baseball? The answer is no, because more home runs is not necessarily good for Major League Baseball. What's good for Major League Baseball? Action. Having players on the bases. More singles and doubles, and dare I say triples. Having plays at the plate. Having a ball go off the wall and having an outfielder throw the ball to third base as someone is sliding in. That's great for baseball. That's why taking away the shift was so necessary. And quite frankly, I'm at the school of thought now. And, you know, I played baseball. I played semi-pro baseball. And I would say that you should keep the players actually 100% in their designated area. You should force them. They can't even remotely shift because they can still even kind of shift. And people will say, no, what are you doing? You have to be able to move around. And if you have a lefty or a righty, yes and no. Baseball is too boring. It's a reality. That's the reality of the situation. It's just too boring. And it's gotten better now. Pitch clock, etc. Taking away the shift. But watching 15 home runs is not exciting. It's just not. It's just not. Having someone hit a home run and then just jog around the bases. It's not. Second and third, no outs is exciting. And then a single for a play at the plate. Or first and third and a double and a big play at the plate is way more exciting than first and third, up and it's a home run and everyone just jogs around. You need to see more action, offensively and defensively. That's what you want to see. Action, not just home runs. And 15 home runs in 3 games is insane. That's insane. I don't want to watch. I don't want to just sit and watch just home run after home run after home run. That's not exciting to me. It's just not. So Major League Baseball is in such a brutal situation because I played baseball, as I said, at a pretty competitive level. And all my friends growing up played baseball at a very competitive level, and et cetera, et cetera. And yet none of us continued to watch baseball because it wasn't entertaining, because it wasn't interesting, because it wasn't fun. And so now you're having the kids that were born and raised playing baseball, literally 365, multiple. I mean, I was never like not on at least 2 or 3 teams, hitting clinics, camps, it was life. And yet, if you were like, oh, you want to watch the Yankees versus whoever? I'm like, no, I'm okay. I'm good. And then they finally get something right, the pitch clock. It's like, I remember when the pitch clock first hit, and I was like, this is baseball, man. I'm like, I love this. And I've been screaming to take away the shift, because the shift is just the dumbest thing ever. You're taking away action. You're taking away baseball. Oh, they should just be able to hit opposite way. Okay, sure. Whatever you say. And now they change the bats. And say, well, it's legal. It's legal. It's like, you know what? It is innovation, and it's interesting. And if it was done in a way that, again, wasn't so much home runs, and we had it in a way where it was just more action, because I know you're going to be like, well, there is more base runners, there is more action, but it's too extreme. 15 home runs. I mean, again, that's insanity. You're averaging 5 home runs a game. That alone is enough to win now, like 99% of your games at that point. And you're like, well, everyone should do it. I don't want to see a game. Again, just think about this math now. If everyone adopts these bats, and let's say this trend, and it's only 3 games, so it's too narrow. But let's say they're averaging 4 or 5 home runs a game with the bats. Both teams do it. Both teams now are averaging, let's just call it an even 8. That's not exciting. 8 home runs a game? 8 home runs a game? That's what you guys want to watch? It's just not. Also, a home run was supposed to be like special too. When it's, again, first and second, and like Bryce Harper or whoever comes up to bat, you're supposed to have the feeling of like, man, a home run would be amazing if they can get a home run here. We're back, we're tied, 3-3 now, whatever it is. But instead, you're just like, he better hit a home run here. That's why we pay him. It's not how it was supposed to be. And also, what was also pretty exciting? If it's 3-0, first and second, what's cooler? To not have one swing of the bat lead to a tie score. Having a double. And now they're down by 1, man on second. See if you can bring him home. That's more interesting. 1 out. Oh, what do you do? Should you try to like bunt him over? Well, I don't know, because then if you get out, then he's at third, but then there's 2 outs. Yeah, but then it makes it a little bit more interesting. Oh, he's at second, 1 out. Bunt him over, sack fly, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Whatever baseball philosophy you want to take. A lot more interesting than just boop, swing of the bat, 3-3. All right, tie game. Action over. Major League Baseball just loves messing up. And you can't say it's wrong, because their ratings are awful. Nobody talks about baseball. The fact that Colin's even talking about, that's why Colin likes this, because it actually gives him something to talk about. And he's out there talking about the Dodgers and the Yankees. Go figure. The Dodgers, who are just paying $1 gajillion and have this dominant team. That's fun to watch? No, it's not fun to watch. The Yankees having juiced up bats, hitting 5 home runs a game. That's fun? No. It's interesting. It's drama. But it's drama in the wrong direction. It's Kim Kardashian drama. It's Stephen A. Smith and LeBron James drama. Not, Steph versus LeBron on the court drama. Not Buffalo Bills versus Kansas City Chiefs drama. It's Did you really flirt with my husband at that banquet? We're watching, the Hollywood, whatever those dumb shows are. Real Housewives of whatever. Did you hear what Melissa said? Melissa loves to talk trash about me. She's just all about the drama. That's what this nonsense is. And you're shocked that people don't really care that much. You're shocked that ratings are bad. You're shocked that none of the real sports shows actually talk about it. And the only time they talk about these games are when there's weird stuff like this. It's not a good way to build a brand. That's why I'm finally talking about it. Because I was like, you know what? Let me talk about it here. And my conclusion is, it's a shame. It's a shame that the Dodgers were able to build a team that is so dominant, feels like they're never going to lose. And the Yankees now have juiced up bats, and they're just hitting just nonstop home runs. That's what we're talking about. Rather than like the actual games itself, the action. Did you see that play? Did you see that catch? Oh, did you see them come down? They were down by 3 going into the 8th. Back-to-back doubles. We're talking about 15 home runs in 3 games. And the Dodgers having such an unbelievably stacked roster because they're paying an insane amount of money. That's not interesting. That's why no one talks about baseball. That's why people barely watch baseball. That's why people like me, who were born and raised playing baseball, loving baseball, wanting to go to the pros, make it my life even more so than it was. And I'm like, I'll watch the playoffs, I guess, but like only when it's recorded. I gotta skip commercials. I'm not spending 3 hours watching this game. Are you kidding me? I'm like, no, come on, I'm not doing that. I mean, they just always baseball keeps making decisions that are just dumb. Oh, let's interview the players in the middle of the game. It's the playoffs. It's a big time. Someone hits a home run, and now let's go interview him. I don't want to see that. It could be my favorite player. I don't need to see him talking, being interviewed right now. Just don't minimize the game to maximize the interview. Just show me the game, man. They're just so dumb. And I have such a gripe with Major League Baseball and basketball for that matter, and the NBA. Because they just fundamentally make bad decisions. They just make bad decisions. And again, Colin's talking about this. It's really interesting because basketball, when they really kind of, it wasn't against the rules to be able to do these pump fakes and jump into the players, and they were leading to just insane numbers of points as well as free throws. I don't want to see Steph Curry and James Harden shoot 30 free throws. Do you think you're excited to go watch basketball, to go watch free throw shooting? No. So you change rules. You say, these rules, it's technically legal, but it's not in the spirit of competition. It ruined basketball, and now they're trying to get away from it. This has the potential to ruin baseball. Again, if this was unique to the Yankees, that no other team could really do it, you could make the argument of like, hey, the Yankees found a way. You got to let them bear their fruits. Similar to how the Eagles have the tush push. But same thing with the tush push, if every single team was able to do the tush push at a high level, and it became automatic for all these teams, I would say, yeah, probably should change the rules. Probably should find a way to not make this happen because it's not as interesting. I have no desire to turn on a baseball game and have every single baseball game average like 8 to 10 home runs. If you think that's an exciting product, you are fundamentally confused as to what makes baseball interesting. And you probably never really played baseball. And maybe that's who the fan base is at this point. People who never really played ball, which is fine. If those are who the fans are, and that's fine. If everybody was really all about nothing but home runs, then that's fine. But basketball is feeling this way now, too, with all the threes. The threes were really, really exciting. And now when you see a team just heave up 53 threes a game, you're like, this is not fun to watch. This is not interesting to watch. I don't want to see this. I used to be pro, oh yeah, make it easier for these teams to score, the defense, et cetera, et cetera. And then I'm like, this is not interesting. It was for a minute. It was cool to see all these points being scored, all the threes. Now I'm like, I want harder defense. I want more physical games. I want to feel like things are actually being contested. I want to see less free throws. And once upon a time when I was younger, all about the home runs. Home runs were exciting. It's great. 15 home runs in 3 games is, it's like eating chocolate ice cream for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day. Not that good. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours, especially for you OG subscribers and viewers of this channel. Love to see kind of like, I don't know how many of you guys watch baseball or what your thoughts are. And I'm sure some of you guys this is going to be the first time seeing this because it is a baseball video. So also people who watch a lot of baseball, I would be fascinated to kind of hear your thoughts. So let me know in the comments below. I read every single comment. So whether you agree with me or disagree with me, either way, let's get in some discussions. Let's get in some fights. But ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here. I absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all genuinely feel connected to. Something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. And please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.